next guest is statistically the greatest hitter in World Series history. This past season, he was named World Series MVP as he led the Red Sox to their 8th World Series title. We welcome into the desk David Ortiz, who is here working with the Pedigree brand. And let me get this right, the See What Good Food Can Do campaign. And you're there with your friend Nacho. I just want to say thank you so much for joining us. And let's just say this really quickly. Boston Red Sox go from first to worst, amazing turnaround. Have you processed being a World Series champion yet?
Not yet, but it was an unbelievable experience. We all know how things end up after the 2012 season. Everybody knows it's not a news for no one to know how everything started this past season with the bombing and the marathon and all the stuff that we went through it. But the most important thing, after all, it was the happy ending that we give to all the fans and the whole New England after winning the World Series.
Big Papi, Stephen A. Smith here. I congratulate you, even though it was painful to watch because I am a diehard native New Yorker and Yankee fan. But congratulations. You had 7 more home runs this year. You had 43 more RBIs this year. I'm looking at the year you had compared to the year you had the previous season when you batted .318. Certainly you did your thing, but this team was completely different. How do you explain the difference with the team and what it was like under Bobby Valentine to what it was last season with Farrell as your manager? How do you explain that? What happened?
Well, this year we don't have controversy. We don't have pointing finger. We don't have argument in between manager and player. It was like it was a happy clubhouse all the way, and we have a manager who take all the bullets for all of us. His main thing was making sure that we come in and give in everything we have related to the game. The baseball game is a hard game to play. It's a hard enough game to play, and he knows that. And he want to make sure that we were happy. He want to make sure that we were just focusing on playing baseball. You see how everything went from the bench all the way down to the bullpen. A bench player will come in and produce, make things happen to win a ball game. It was a lot of good things. It was so many good things going on this year. Out of all the years that I've been playing here in Boston, I think this was one of the most peaceful years when it comes down to us focusing on playing baseball, and that wasn't what we had going on years before. It was a lot of things going back and forth in between players, manager, media. It was hard to focus, and I think that was the major difference.
David, Skip Bayless here. Very curious on your thoughts about this as a veteran Major League star. I think you saw, I'm supposing you saw the recent 60 Minutes piece in which Major League Baseball acknowledged that it paid off a questionable source, $125,000 for biogenesis records, and that it paid off what amounted to a sleazy drug dealer for his testimony against Alex Rodriguez. How concerned did that make you, David?
Well, when that was going on, I was in my country, Dominican Republic, because that's where I train, and at the time I kind of saw a copy of the whole thing later on. And to be honest with you, the way the game is going on in today's day, and the unbelievable program that MLB have about drug testing, players need to be careful who they get related to. You know, A-Rod is a friend of mine, and honestly, the one thing that I told him when he came to my event this offseason was, just got to be honest with yourself, you know, and make sure you left all this stuff behind, and whenever or whatever you get, when that shows up, and you come back on the field, you know, you need to try to change people's mind, because we get ourselves involved into situations, and you know what it's going to be afterwards. And it's sad to see things going down like that. You know what I'm saying? But we need to know better.
Big Papi, Stephen A. here, back here. Based on the evidence that was presented, speaking not just for yourself, but I'm sure players that you've spoken to, do you feel the punishment that was handed down to Alex Rodriguez fit the alleged crime?
Be honest with you, I am nobody to judge no one. You know, MLB got the rules. The one that they discussed with A-Rod and his agent and his attorney, and they know the reason why they went down that way. On the other hand, I'm just another player that tried to do the right thing when it comes down to this, and hopefully he learned. Hopefully he learned. You know, it's a complicated situation. There's a lot of us that when we see the whole case scenario going down, sometimes it make you angry, sometimes it gets you in a different mood. But at the end of the day, we ain't perfect, you know what I'm saying? And hopefully he learned from his mistake. And like I told him, just be honest with yourself.
David Ortiz, thank you so much for joining the desk. We appreciate your time. Have a good one, okay?
Hey, thank you, guys.
Coming up next.